to the Hollywood Raw podcast. My name is Adam Glyn. Over there on the West Coast is Dax Holt. I'm on the East Coast. He's on the West Coast, the better coast. LA, here's the thing is, Dax, LA is great, but I don't want to go there this time of year.
Why? It's awesome.
I just don't want to be there. For me, the weather's good here, so I'd rather just kind of enjoy the summer. I'd rather kind of take advantage of the good weather. But then come the fall, winter, spring, get me out there right away. Like
Well, it makes sense because you have a very limited window of good weather in New York, so you have to really take full advantage of it. Where here in California, we have 98% good weather year round, so I can understand why you want to do that.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'll probably be out there come November. I'll probably be out there. But right now, I want to take advantage of the summer. I was actually asked to go to LA this week, I think it was, and I turned it down because I was like, I'd rather just be here. I just think it's just more fun for me here. But then come the winter, September, October, bring me out there. Like, give me one excuse to be there, and I'm there. How are you doing, sir? Are you doing well though?
Yeah, doing good. Enjoying my beautiful Southern California weather. No, it's been good. We had a weekend. Went to the beach this weekend. Just chilled. It was great, dude.
Good for you. How was the beach out? Which beach do you go to?
This weekend was Corona del Mar, which is kind of by Newport. But
That's
normally
gonna be
we're
nice, huh?
Newport or Huntington Beach kind of people just because of proximity.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's a good way to do it. So Dax, last week I had to run off the podcast because I had to go record another podcast, which will, that's going to be coming out soon. But, we had the story. You did the story that Hulk Hogan passed away last week.
Yeah.
Crazy. I had a crazy thing because all of a sudden I was getting reached out to by agencies everywhere. And they're like, you're Hulk Hogan's last interview. Now, I don't know this. This is what they're telling me. I'm just like, okay. And the interview blew up for me, dude. And it's just, it sucks for Hulk that I had to be his last interview.
So tell me, when did you interview Hulk Hogan? Like, how long ago was this?
It was middle May, end of May.
Okay.
I got him, and he wasn't really doing press. He was in New York for just an event, so he wasn't really doing interviews. And I was so happy was able to get an interview with him, and it was like a 10-minute interview about some stuff he was working on, and got a little wrestling talk in there. But the interview on my social blew up. It got like 2.5 million views on TikTok. Got probably a little under 300,000 views on YouTube. And then a lot of media outlets picked it up, and it was like kind of wild to be like, man, that's Hulk Hogan's last interview. And if it is Hulk Hogan's last interview, now I don't know in that month between when I got it to when he passed, unfortunately, he did maybe some other conversations. But from what I've seen, it looks like I was the last interview. When I saw him, he looked great though. Like he did walk with a cane, but not like anything like insane. Like not like it was tough that difficult for him walking. Mentally, he was all there. So everything happened pretty quick and pretty gnarly.
So can I
that
play your interview real fast?
Yeah. It's you don't have to play the whole thing. It's pretty long, but sure. Brother, good to see you.
Man, I need to take a nap, bro. I need to take a nap. I am worn out from LA to New York City. You still treat me like I'm the champ here, brother. I am totally worn out.
Well, you got a lot going on. There's Flow Wrestling. You got the beer that's obviously crushing. People are going. I saw the lines when you're doing like the promo runs. The fans came out to support the beer. The launch was great. And then obviously there's Flow Wrestling. I think a lot of people are excited for this. You bring sports.
Well, it's real American freestyle, brother.
Yes.
You got to get correct or you might get stretched.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
That is. But is there going to be gimmicks with this wrestling?
No, there's not, bro. We're giving these amateur wrestlers, the NCAA champions, the gold medalists, all these elite athletes that have done this their whole life.
Sure.
We're giving them an opportunity to continue on with their dream, basically, because now we can pay these athletes, so that's why we're calling it Real American Freestyle, but it's Real American Professional Freestyle. So Hulk Hogan would say, welcome to the black and blue of professional freestyle wrestling, brother.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're attracting all kind of athletes. We've signed a whole bunch of people, which I can't say yet.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, our first event is August 30th in Cleveland, and it's a monster, bro. It's going to get really, really crazy, and it supports the whole brand.
Sure.
Starting out with Real American Beer, we said, what else can we do to rock the world? First thing we saw was how reality TV and scripted TV was kind of flattening out, and oh my gosh, live sports was taking off. The volleyball stuff, Shaun White's snowboard league.
Yeah.
And we said, okay, that's our game. Let's move in that space. Nobody else has done it yet. And we put the right team together. Eric Bischoff, Izzy Mania, my partner Chad Bronstein, who knows everything about amateur wrestling. At the end of the day, we don't want to be competitive with like UFC or WWE, but we want to be just as big.
Yeah.
Backstory-wise, shoot stuff like The Voice, the packages, so you care about the athletes, see where they came from, what happened, the trauma, the good stuff in their life, and then as they come out of the tunnel, they go to the ring. There's people actually care about the athletes.
There's a story involved.
Yes, sir, bro. So we're setting this thing up right and piggybacking on, of course, the Real American brand. And the beer's doing great, brother.
Yeah, well, I think it's cool because you're giving wrestlers the opportunities after Olympics. You know, that goes to maybe coaching or maybe camps. You're giving them more opportunities because they are, great athletes. So I think it's pretty cool that you're giving them another job, essentially, at their peak, too, where they can still perform, and which was what they love doing.
Dude, I got chill bump from head to toe last night because I was standing on a corner in front of my brand new bar, plug, in front of Madison Square Garden, Hulk Hogan's Score Sports Bar. When they were talking to me, Netflix was with me, and they were talking to me about what does the building mean to you? And I looked up, and I said, that building is my whole life. I rocked Madison Square Garden. I rebuilt that house when wrestling changed from local stuff to sports entertainment. That's the house that Sports Entertainment / Hulk Hogan built. And I said, that's my life. And when I started thinking about it, my bar was right there, Hulk Hogan Score Sports Bar. And then I started thinking, these athletes, it's been their whole life, brother. With Real American Freestyle Wrestling, it's been their whole life. Some of them start at 4 and 5 years old training, and all of a sudden they get to the Olympic level or the NCAA finals, and they have to quit.
Yeah.
Or they have the choice of which is a good choice, UFC, or moving on to be executives or doing great in the business world. But now they have a choice to keep the dream alive with us.
Yeah.
And so that's what's really cool. And I got goosebumps because I had that thought right on the corner.
Where do you keep all the? I used to have tons of Hulk merchandise, the buddies, and
Yeah.
where do you have a room that you just have all the Hulk merchandise at?
Well, where I live in Clearwater, Florida, we have a retail store.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's wrestling
Yeah,
shop.
yeah.
I got a bar there called Hogan's Hangout also, and we have like storage places, around Clearwater Beach with all my stuff in. Pinball machines, wrestling buddies, yellow boots with Andre the Giant's blood on them, the real blood from Andre. So if we ever wanted to clone the Giant,
Yeah.
I got the blood, brother. So there's all kind of stuff.
I love it. Well, I know you're busy, man. Thank you so much. Congrats.
Dude, I can't stop fixating on his Hulk mustache. He's got like the full blonde Hulk mustache. He's got the rest of his beard growing out. He does look good though. He looks good. I had no idea what the hell he was talking about right then, but I feel like he looks good.
Listen, the mustache thing was, sure.
Is there more fun stuff?
No, I was gonna say the mustache thing. Nah, you could just keep it at that. I mean, I'm sure audience isn't huge wrestling fans, but his mustache was sort of homage to what he kind of used during the NWO days, which was like a certain character that Hogan did.
No, I mean that's how I picture Hulk. Hulk he's got that famous bleach blonde mustache, and he's got it here, which I love that he's still rocking it.
Yeah, no, I was supposed to do some things with him in the fall because he was opening a bar in New York City. So when I heard the news, there's just so many emotions that came to me because I was like, man, I just started to have a really good relationship with this guy. Nice guy, memorable conversation. We talked on and off camera. Just had a great experience with him, and I was kind of excited for this bar that he was opening, and I was going to try to help it in some ways. And I don't know what the future of the bar opening was happening because, again, Hogan is one of the partners in it. But, yeah, that hurt. But it was just an eerie week last week, obviously, between Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan, where I felt like Ozzy passing was, really sad because they just had that last concert for him in the UK. But then Hogan passing away, I don't know if that news almost took away from Ozzy passing. It was just a very weird week because I think, those were two memorable people for a lot of people out there. So I got Hogan's last interview, which again, he's probably like, oh God, I could have done 60 minutes. I would have done, some sort of Larry King style interview. And I did this guy, who rode a bicycle to interview me. It was just,
I don't know. The one that was crazy, I think, was the Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Because he was so young. He was so young, and to hear him getting swept away in this rip current, wow. So last week was a pretty sad week. That was a rough rundown to have to do. It was just like
Yeah.
death after death after death.
Yeah, that was just a weird week. I mean, I don't know how you bounce back from that, but yeah, it's a weird one. All right, let's get to a review real quick. Do we have a review ready?
I got a review. This one. I don't know if I have a name for this person. I don't have a name here, but this one says OJ trial versus Diddy. That is the headline. It's funny when you talk about which trial was a bigger deal, OJ or Diddy. It's clear it was before your time because OJ trial was gigantic. At the time, he was super popular. Everyone loved him. Then Nicole was murdered. And the next thing you know, there was an epic Bronco chase. Everyone was following it. I personally feel like the reason he was quote unquote innocent is that the trial had cameras and it was televised. It made the trial a circus. And when the verdict was in, I was working at a restaurant. The radio in the back was on, and we knew the verdict was in. Everyone from the restaurant came to the server station to listen to the verdict as we blasted on the radio so everyone could hear. Everyone stopped and everyone was listening. Diddy's trial may be as big, but it isn't even close. Watch the miniseries OJ Made in America. It will paint a whole new picture for you. It depicts the whole thing pretty accurately. I highly suggest it. Love you guys. Man, I wish I gave this person some credit. I don't see a name attached to this one, unfortunately. I know. So that's what we said. We said, listen, if Diddy's was televised, it would be a very different story. And I think it would have been another one of those international, everyone sitting down to watch it, everyone sitting to watch the verdict, because there were so many juicy details. The second you get into like sexual exploits and all of that stuff, I think that you intrigue a lot of people. And I think if we would have seen Cassie on the stand, if we would have seen Jane Doe on the stand talking about Diddy and the freak offs, that shit would have been off the hook. So I think that trial would have been massive, but because it's not televised and people have to read it, it loses a lot of its luster.
Thank you for the review, and I agree. The OJ case was just, I love all the documentaries on the OJ case. I love the series that Cuba Gooding Jr. played on it. I think
it was
the OJ
so good.
case,
that
was
a
year
show.
too. That wasn't 2 months. That was almost, that was so long. I enjoyed everything about the OJ case, about the strategies that the lawyers did. Yeah. Pretty wild. All right.
Hold on. Okay. Here. It just says another Minnesota listener was the name on that review. Sorry, I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Another
Well,
Minnesota listener.
I love Minnesota. Great state. We're going to tour there one day when we get some funding. We're going to go to every single. Are Hooters still there? We're going to go to every single Hooters, maybe Miller's Ale House, and we'll just pop in a corner and just do meet and greets. You guys know? Yeah. Why not? I want to talk to you about Pedro Pascal, because this guy was one of the most beloved actors, and I feel like in the last 2 weeks this guy is getting more and more heat, and it's like hatred towards him, and I don't know if it's fair. I don't know if it's justified. I have you seen what's going on with this guy?
Oh, dude, the videos of Pedro Pascal floating around the internet where he is so touchy-feely with all these like good-looking women, co-stars, people he knows. Every time he's walking on red carpet or doing an interview, people have started to notice that he is very touchy with the women next to him. And it's not so much guys, but it's more of the women next to him. He starts to hold their hands. He rubs their faces. He leans on their shoulder. And I think if it was anyone else, people would be like, oh, what the hell, is super creepy. But because it's Pedro, they start to give him a pass. But now the more videos that keep coming forward, people are like, dude, what the hell is this guy doing? It's like too touchy-feely. And one of the big reasons is Vanessa Kirby, who's his co-star in the new Fantastic Four movie. She's, I believe, is she married or she's got a boyfriend?
She's married. She's actually expecting a baby with a former lacrosse player.
There we go. She's already married. But these videos of them doing all of their press tour, he's holding her hand, he's touching her, like he's just super up in her business. She seems totally fine with it, by the way. I'm going to say, like, it doesn't seem like it's weirding her out. But their explanation for it is that he gets a lot of anxiety when he is doing public appearances or red carpets. And his thing is he then like feels like he needs to like touch someone and to calm his own nerves, which I'm like, okay, that's what a creepy person says, but nevertheless, I think, and I'm totally just kidding, but I think he is getting a lot of shame online right now. Do you think it is deserved? Are you watching through these videos? I'm sure, like I am. Do you think this is an excuse, or do you think that he legit has an issue?
I don't know if you're going to like my answer, but this is my answer. I think he's one of these guys where, A, he's not married, he's not in a relationship. So when he films with these people, he films with them, he's, a couple months, he's with these people day and night, working hard on set. They develop some sort of attraction to each other, some sort of like a affectionate, loving relationship. It doesn't mean it's like sexual. It's just more like affectionate in some way.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's his way of kind of bonding with people and the way he kind of, the kind of way he operates. With that said, to say he gets anxiety, I mean, I know some people have anxiety, including myself, and I've never sat there and have to rub someone down or something like that. So, I don't really know. I just think it's the way he is. He's just a very, he's an actor. He's very into his feelings. And with his feelings, he does get a little bit more affectionate with people and doesn't realize that it's a little socially like, it's a little
I think
suspicious.
there's two things.
I don't think he's trying to hook up with Vanessa Kirby by any means, but I just think he's just like, he knows he can't, it's just like a loving relationship that's a little bit like most people would feel like it's a little awkward.
So I think number one, you have him that he's an actor. So like you said, he's in touch with his feelings. And number two, he's Chilean. So I think that the Latin culture is a little bit more touchy-feely than maybe what Americans are used to. My wife is Latina. She has a Latin family. And they're very much more touchy-feely than I think than what Americans do. And so I think there is a lot more like physicalness. So I might give it to a little bit of him not being, from America. That might have some influence on why he is also groping people.
But it's just, I don't want to say, it's just the way he's a very affectionate person. To say it's like, it
doesn't feel like,
I mean, he looks pretty comfortable during when he does these Comic-Cons or appearances. Like, it doesn't look like he's nervous. It's more of like, I love this person so much. We love working together. And he doesn't realize it's socially like people are going to judge and it could be looked at a little bit weird. I don't think he's trying to hook up. I saw these other videos of him walking around New York. And I mean, I'm telling you, dude, it's not the paparazzi anymore. It's these people that are trying to get a lot of followers on TikTok. And they know they'll get views by posting any clip of Pedro Pascal or celebrities walking around. And dude, Paparazzi 2.0. It's all TikTokers now, and it's they go crazy on him. And I'm surprised he just like doesn't just get in a car and just, he was walking around with a bodyguard, but at this point, like, has to use garages just to hide from these people. It's on another level.
So, but when I was looking through a lot of photos, like, so most of the evidence, I would say, quote unquote, evidence that people are showing of him online are videos. However, there's a ton of photos of him with his like guy friends where he's also very touchy-feely, hugging them. Like he doesn't shy away from affection. Again, I would say I think that's partly being Latin. So I think that it's just who he is. And I will say none of the women in any of the videos that at least I've watched, they didn't overly look like they were uncomfortable with it. Like Vanessa Kirby never looks uncomfortable with him holding her hand or touching her face, or it seems like this is a totally normal relationship. And people have also said that he is very kind and a gentle human being. So I think maybe the world is just giving him a hard time because God knows the world likes to give people a really hard time for everything.
With that said, do you believe that it's for anxiety reasons?
Listen, I'm going to start using that excuse. Sorry. I didn't mean to touch you. I've got anxiety.
Yeah. See how that one works.
See how far that goes.
Dude, so I'm watching, another thing that popped on my algorithm is watching Jamie Lee Curtis. So she's promoting like Freaky Friday right now. And, it's her and Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay looks good for Lindsay. She's not a young Lindsay Lohan now.
She looks great. Don't say for Lindsay. She looks good. She looks really good.
It's just she looks great. sorry, let me fix what I said. She looks great. It's just interesting to see her because you're sort of growing up with her. Now, again, I don't look the same as I did 15 years ago. But Lindsay looks great. She looks in good spirit. But like Jamie Lee Curtis is like aggressive, like on the carpet. Like she was like, so what the blonde guy who was in One Tree Hill, Chad Michael Murray, is like on the red carpet, and she like walks up and like sort of like pushes Chad Michael Murray, like, okay, our turn, me, her, and Lindsay. But the push was a little like kind of like really forceful. Like it wasn't like a fun push. It was like, oh, we're here, we're the OGs. And I was like, it was sort of like embarrassing for if I was Chad Michael Murray, I'd been like, oh, that's a little kind of off because there is so many people and cameras on us.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, he was able to jump back in the shot and get a photo with him because again, he's in the movie. But she's making some news now because she's saying she's going to leave Hollywood. Did you see that story?
I did. She said she said I feel like she's been talking about retiring for years now. But yet
Yeah.
she's got numerous movies lined up. She's got numerous projects lined up. So I feel like this is just something she's saying to catch headlines and to promote the movie because she's not slowing down anytime soon. She's not retiring. It looks like, I mean, she's got obviously Freaky Friday coming out, Freakier Friday. She's got the new Murder, She Wrote reboot where she's going to be playing like Angela Lansbury's character, Jessica Fletcher. She's got, let's see, she'll film Ella McKay alongside Woody Harrelson. She's obviously in The Bear already. So she's going to be doing that some more. She's going to be doing a Prime Video series, Scarpetta, with Nicole Kidman. So, like, she's not retiring anytime soon. I think she literally is just saying this shit.
But she said in this quote, and this is the quote she goes, I witnessed my parents lose the very thing that gave them their fame and their life and their livelihood. When the industry rejected them at a certain age, she basically, like the industry starts to reject you. And she says, I watched them reach incredible success and they have it slowly erode to where it's gone. Basically, she's shitting all over plastic surgery. She slams plastic surgery and the genocide of generation of women by the cosmetical industrial complex who disfigure themselves. Do you think plastic surgery has ruined a lot of these women in Hollywood and actresses? I mean, it's a kind of bold statement. I understand where she's coming from, but I do think at the end of the day, plastic surgery is acceptable. I mean, listen, if people want to do what they have to do to make themselves feel good, then do it. But listen, the industry, Hollywood, movies for a role, they might not want a 75-year-old woman to look like she's 50. They want a 75-year-old woman. So it's up to them to do what they choose. So, and there's a lot of jobs out there for Hollywood. And I say it as a guy who can't find one of those jobs, but still to blame it on plastic surgery, I think is just.
I think there's definitely unrealistic beauty expectations, especially for women in Hollywood. But I would say, like, to what you said, there are roles where they don't want someone who doesn't look their age. Like there are lots of roles. Like it would look weird if at the end of Titanic, Rose, the old lady, looked like she was 25 because she had her face stretched. Like you wanted that older lady look. And so I feel like there's roles out there, and I definitely agree with her. Like, don't fall into that category where you feel like you have to nip and tuck and squeeze and pull and pinch everything to look younger. Like, do yourself. But I also would say, don't go out there and judge all the other people. Let them do their surgeries. Let them feel comfortable with who they are. You do your thing. Let them do things. Don't shame them, because I'm going to also say, I'm pretty sure Lindsay Lohan has had some work done, and Jamie Lee Curtis saying all of this stuff on the heels of filming a movie with Lindsay Lohan, just let people do their shit. That's what I would say. Let people decide for themselves if they want to do all these cosmetic procedures, because you want to feel good about yourself. You don't want to look in the mirror and be like, oh man, I feel like I'm 100 years old when you're not. And so let them.
There's plenty of roles for people out there who don't get cosmetic procedures. Look at Pam Anderson. Pam Anderson, the last 2-3 years, has had some like resurgence in her career. Like she's in the new Naked Gun movie. She was in the movie last year that I think was up for like an Oscar. Like she's doing some really awesome things. So to say that the industry's going down because of plastic surgery standards, you don't have to get it. It's just simply how you want to age and make yourself feel good or confident, or maybe you work out really hard and there's some little part that you just you want to get treated as, like, do it. I mean, I'm for women who speak out about it. You know, I understand that women who don't speak about getting plastic surgery. I mean, I wish more men would speak about what they do, because no men are doing it. More women are doing it these days. Shout out to women. But I'm just more out of curiosity and educational purposes. Tell me what you did. So,
I
just to
agree. I'm
Alba,
like,
tell me what you're
get,
doing. Tell me
look at
exactly what you're doing.
like whatever Kris Jenner just did.
Oh my
I want to
God.
know.
She's incredible.
She looks incredible, and it's that that is not natural. But she looks really good. So I feel like a lot of people would love to know, how did you do this so that your face looks young without looking stretched and like cat-like? Because that's the one thing. I've gone to parties in Hollywood where you walk around and all the women look like cats. And it is true, because they all get the same procedure and they look feline at the end of the day, because however they're doing these facial surgeries, they all turn out to look like the same woman with different makeup on.
Yeah, dude, I know 32-year-old women that are getting so much injectables on their face, they're actually aging themselves. They actually look older than they are.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think so. For me, it's more about educating myself of what to do, what not to do. And listen, I always told you that as soon as I get the money for the plastic surgery, I'm going to run right to the doctor and get the penis, when they make it smaller, because my back kills me. Dude, this thing hurts. So that's what I'm doing. Dax. So I'm strolling on my news sites every day, and I see that Britney Spears is now, like, a car she had is now on the auction block. She had this black 2006 Mercedes-Benz CLK 350, and
The convertible one.
the convertible one. After spending nearly 15 years on display at the Volo Auto Museum in Illinois, it's actually hitting auction. This
was by far the biggest piece of like pop culture history right here. Like, think of 2007, Britney Spears driving around every single day in that black Mercedes convertible, speeding through the streets, pulling over at the beach, jumping out and doing her weird like skinny dipping in the water. And she would drive around Paris Hilton. Like, there so many things about 2007 were Britney Spears in this black Mercedes, and it is up for auction. It is a pretty cool piece of memorabilia. I mean, I think it was once. Yes.
Like, so would you drive if you had the money?
No, you don't drive
this
it.
Car? Oh, you don't.
No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't drive it. You put it on display, because trust me, if you had that car at your house, every 40-year-old woman who walked in the door is going to be like, yep, that I remember 2007 perfectly, because that was our history. Like, going back to 2007 when all the craziness was happening in Hollywood, everyone would want to take a picture with that car. It'd be pretty dope memorabilia to have.
It's crazy how when you see the car, if you did multiple choice of cars and said, hey, which car did Britney Spears own? You'd pick that car, because it's something so in your memory that you didn't realize until you see the car. I'm like, oh my God, I remember the car. That was a car that you saw all the paparazzi photos that she was in. Now, granted, I don't know how much the car is going to go for an auction. A car still looks like it's in amazing shape. Like you said, you're not going to really drive the car. But depending on how her life ends up, I mean, this car, and I don't mean in a very dark way, like this car, I do see the value in this car. Like it's a very unique car, because she is one of the biggest female stars of all time, but it also not just a big star, her trajectory, her career has had so many ups and downs and weird parts of it too. And that's what makes it so fascinating and interesting.
I saw Britney in this car back in the day in real life. Yeah.
Really?
So
Where?
In Malibu. So I remember I don't remember why I was down there. If I was covering something or if I was looking at houses, I don't remember. I had a lot more free time in my life back then. But I remember I was driving back this backcountry Malibu road. Swear to God, I did not know that it was the like exit for her house, because she lived in a big compound, and I don't think that this was an exit that she would use all the time. She would normally go out the front. And I remember just driving and looking around, and then Britney Spears is like next to me And I'm looking over and I'm like, what the hell? Britney Spears is in the car next to me. And we totally like made eye contact. And then I just kind of froze. I'm like, holy shit, it's Britney Spears. I've only done that one other time. It was Brad Pitt also froze because I was like, holy shit, it's Brad Pitt next to me.
Was he in the motorcycle, Brad Pitt, or was he driving?
Yeah, he was on the motorcycle at that time.
That's sick. Was there paparazzi around, or you just like,
no. And same with Britney. No paparazzi around. It was just her and the black Mercedes convertible. So for me, I'm like, I've seen this car in person. I've seen her in person. It was a pretty cool moment. It was cool.
I mean, when you think of memorabilia, I don't think I have the money to have something like Britney Spears. I got some cool things. Like when I was at the Howard Stern show, intern there, I took one of Howard's cards, one of the original tapes. So like when they would, not everything was digital back in the day. So they would keep everything on cards. And I have one of Howard Stern's cards where we used to play like a clip and stuff like that. So I have one of those. Cool. I have.
I have. Oh, keep going.
No, and then like I would think like a cool thing to have would be like a Steven Tyler mic stand. Ooh, remember Steven Tyler's had the bandanas
like with all the
like
stuff hanging off?
The scarves on it. I thought that would be kind of cool to have like a mic stand from Steven Tyler, even though like Aerosmith, they're not the Beatles, but like to me that was an interesting thing that he did during his shows. That was like, oh, that was kind of cool. What do you have? Do you have something cool?
Well, don't you remember? I've got the big, gigantic, oversized French fries from Kirstie Alley's garage sale.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that. Those are one of my favorite things. That they were always behind me at TMZ for years because we went to a garage sale, and like I got the fries because I saw them in the paparazzi photos, and so I have like the photo next to the fries. And then I have here her Christmas stocking that says Kirstie on it. Also got it at the garage sale. She was there that day. That was kind of fun. All her like lemurs were hanging out in the big cage, but there was like all this Pier 1 Imports goods because she used to be the spokesperson for Pier 1 Imports. So at the garage sale, it was just like all her stuff. But I like the stocking and the French fries. I'm like, and now that she's passed away, it's kind of cool to have that memorabilia.
Have you thought about putting on eBay just to see how much you could get for it? Like if you put like $500 or $1,000 and see.
No, because I love it so much that I would miss it if it was gone.
Yeah, it's not memorabilia, but I have a bunch of autographs. Like I'm looking around, like I have a bunch of cool autographs from celebrities, like everyone from Dave Matthews, Adam Sandler, Derek Jeter, Jim Carrey, Howard Stern, like really cool autographs I have from over the years of people. Big on 11x14s. I always said if I got my own office, I'd frame them and put them in my room somewhere because it's just really cool stuff. But I have one thing and I got it one year as a Christmas gift from Shaq. It's not one of his originals, but it's his first ever sneaker, size 22. Dude. And he signed it Shaquille O'Neal Hall of Fame. So it's his first ever sneaker, and it came like in a fish tank sort of frame. So it's a cool thing to have, like, in an office or something really like that.
It's got a full fish tank.
it's huge. Honestly, it goes from I'm about 6 foot. It's pretty much half of my arm, more than half of my arm. That's how big it is. My buddy has a script from Chris Farley, that one of Chris Farley's scripts from Saturday Night Live that Chris signed at the end of back of it.
That's a dope piece of memorabilia.
I was like, that's pretty cool. But the thing is, like, how do you prove that it's actually true or that's actually real? Like, I don't know. Like, I started following now since I saw this Britney Spears story. I got into this whole thing, like some, like Black Hole, looking up like celebrity auctions, and I was looking up like Indiana Jones whips. I was looking up like from The Office, like mugs that were from The Office TV show, like stuff from James.
Oh,
Dean
you know
stuff.
what went up for sale a few years back that I really wanted was from Friends, the little gold frame on the backside of their door that goes around the peephole. That was up for sale. And I was like, oh, no that's way. So bad. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I was like, that would be cool. Or when the umbrella from the Britney Spears paparazzi attack, when that went up for sale, I was like, that's a pretty cool thing.
That's crazy that someone actually kept that and took that one. Wait, by the way, when Britney Spears did that attack with the umbrella, was that in the black Mercedes? Do you know? Is that? We'd have to look that up.
I'd have to look it up. The other one, imagine getting like the microphone from SNL when Ashley Simpson lip sync. The most unused microphone in Hollywood.
Yeah, you're right. Wow, imagine
That would
some
be a
like
pretty sick
props
one.
person saw that happen, said, "Listen, this mic's going to be worth money one day because it's the most memorable music performance ever on SNL." Or you have the, I shouldn't say that, most memorable music performance. It either is the mic or the Bible that Sinead O'Connor ripped up on SNL. It's either one or the other.
Yeah, right. Or
Um,
what about like getting Paris Hilton's bedazzled sidekick from 2007? That would
that's
be pretty
cool.
sick.
Like a Kim Kardashian phone, or like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Whatever happened to J Lo's like green Versace dress? That's got to be somewhere, right? Like,
You remember that? Isn't it crazy how memorable something like that was? Where
yeah,
it shouldn't be, but it was, and we don't really know why.
that's got to be in like a Planet Hollywood or something. I'm sure. Like that dress was too famous, or Britney Spears from like the "I'm a Slave for You" from MTV. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's got to be somewhere too.
yeah. Where's that snake now that they used? That's more. Where's the
What if you
snake
just
that was
got
on her shoulders?
the stuffed snake at this
I
point?
bought the snake. Yeah. Um. So there's a lot of rumors right now about Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper, like about to make it official and get engaged.
You think that's real?
I think it's real, and I don't know. I listen. I have no insight. I'll be the first one to say I have no insight. I've not heard anything, but based on how these two are with each other, I feel like it's gonna happen. I mean, and they haven't been together too long. I guess they started. There's rumors of them dating since back in 2023, so it's been over 2 years now. They seem very into each other. They're not too public as a couple. I mean, he's what, 50, she's 30. They both have a kid, so they're going into a relationship almost on an even par, except for age wise. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I never thought they would end up together on a date. Like, I don't know. I just didn't think that that would be Bradley Cooper's MO. Like, end up with a 30-year-old
I
girl.
did not see that coming either. I feel like, listen, even though the rumors are saying that Bradley's going to pop the question to Gigi, I still got to think that there's not going to be the plan to actually walk down the aisle. For some reason, I don't know why I have this feeling that they're not going to be the marrying type. Even if they got engaged, I could see it's just like almost as a symbol. She gets a ring, they say they're engaged, but like it doesn't actually move to a wedding. It's just like a partnership for life. Because that to me seems like where I see them going.
See, I disagree with you because to me, Bradley Cooper, based on interviews I heard, is similar to like a Pedro Pascal without all the touching. So he feels like he's very loving and affectionate to his feelings and stuff. And I feel like he'd want to put a ring on her. Again, I think it's just, I would never, I never thought they would actually start dating. But once they start dating, to me, for some reason, Bradley Cooper feels like seems like the guy, he won't break up with her. She would have to break up with him, and she wouldn't break up with him. But he wouldn't break up with her because he seems like too nice a guy. They both have Pennsylvania connections. I think it just works out together. I wish them the best, but I do think that this rumor, and again, I have no insight on this, I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen this year that they're
Wow,
getting engaged.
Again, I could see engagement. I just don't see the marriage, personally.
Okay. Well, are you surprised?
I think in Hollywood, it's almost like you have more to lose by getting married. You see all these weddings and you're just like, what was the point? These big, high-profile relationships rarely ever actually work out. They always end poorly. I think there's too much pressure on celebrity couples. I think there's too much scrutiny, and everyone feels like they're part of your relationship. So I think that he's been in some very high-profile relationships already. So this is just going to be another one of them. And don't get married. It's just it never works out.
Well, don't get married. Yeah, don't get. But I'll tell you what, Jessica Alba now dating an actor right now. She's dating Dana Ramirez. Dana Ramirez he's an actor, not
Dude.
even
Their photos are everywhere right now.
everywhere.
Holy
I mean, it's
moly.
a big deal. She's a billionaire, right? Or at least
Yeah, I think
close
so.
to it. So she's close to it. She has tons of money. She was married to a guy who, Cash Warren, who, worked they met on set. He was like a PA or something like that. He was an assistant on set. He got the bag of the century, got to marry Jessica Alba and live a good life for a while. I'm sure he got paid off a very good, he's doing very well financially ever since they got broke up. But, who knew that she was going to end up with an actor? I mean, listen, they got separated in January. This is the first time we've seen her kiss someone publicly.
But
7 months later?
again, what always surprises me is someone like Jessica Alba. It's not like she's doing that much, but yet she is still a paparazzi target just because of who she is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why? I don't understand what the
I
appeal
don't
is.
either.
I don't understand the draw. I don't understand the appeal. Why we're obsessed with Jessica Alba. I think people are just curious about why she.
I feel the same way with Jen Gardner, though. Like, she is a paparazzi target all the time, and I don't get it. And that people are still having her do tons of commercials. Like, she does more commercial work than I see her do acting work at this point. And I'm always shocked. Like, is she that big of a draw to the American public that you need to go out and take photos of her or hire her for the commercial? I don't get it.
So let me ask you this, and someone in our private Facebook group, and I'll look up their name to give them the props, but do you understand the appeal of Sydney Sweeney?
Not totally. I mean, she's a pretty girl. I think she hits into that like younger demo where I think the younger crowd really likes her or looks up to her. But I mean, if she was,
is it her media sassiness, like, or and like
maybe.
her? I'm with you. I don't understand the allure of her. Now, granted, I do think she's a good actress. And I say that because I've really never seen her work. I didn't watch, what was that show, Euphoria. I didn't watch any of her
White
shows.
Lotus?
White Lotus. I didn't watch it. The only thing I saw her do was SNL, and I thought she was great on SNL. And I've seen her like out like.
Did you watch her movie on Netflix?
No, I haven't seen any of it. I know you watch this stuff.
So how do you call her a good actress if you've literally not seen her on anything that she's done?
No, because I saw her do SNL, and SNL you see her do a bunch of like live sketches in different sort of roles. And I was like, okay, I feel like I could see the allure. Like she's good on camera. When you watch her, like, okay, I'll keep watching her. But Lisa Schultz in our private face group, Off the Record, shout out to Lisa, talked about Sydney Sweeney, and she said, and Lisa in our thing said, unpopular opinion. She goes, isn't that hot nor a good actress? I can totally appreciate women who are beautiful and are successful in acting careers, but her voice is kind of like a soft bedroom. I'm kind of here, but not here. See you in dreams. Yeah, whatever, Lisa. I'm with you. I do find her pretty, but I don't understand the allure of her, but I also understand the allure of her because, again, for me, it's the way she's handled the media. And I think people are just curious what she ends up next. We kind of live through her.
It's almost like she's been able to stay in our faces for so long that we're like, oh, why do we like her? Oh, we need to like her. Like, that's how I feel about Sydney.
She's done two shows, Euphoria and White Lotus. Again, I didn't watch them, but two monster shows. So she has that going for her. That one movie that she did with that one dude actor that you loved. What was that movie?
Yeah,
I forget.
It was.
Yeah, that movie. It was Anyone But You is the movie. I know that one got a little bit of heat. I thought
it was good. It was a decent movie. Her acting was not great, but I feel like it was a cheesier movie in general. But it is what it is. I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know whether but she's coming out with a lingerie line. You see that? And I did thought, that.
There's some heat on that though, right?
I think brilliant. Like, she sells sex all the time, and come out with a lingerie line, I could see it doing really well. Like, she is a really good businesswoman is what I feel like I have to give her props for. She knows how to market herself. She knows how to market, she uses her body to market other items. And I think that will work in her benefit, especially being lingerie.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe vibes. I think she's good for women. She's good for men. She's able to not put herself out there and not like, some actresses just go the full actress side and you don't see their personality or them kind of doing business stuff. But she's been very good at balancing everything. So she can be seen as a good actress, even though you kind of critiqued her acting skills, but also as a good business person. I don't know. I'm caught off guard. I'm wondering how long it's going to last. But right now she's doing an excellent job. And she's got
to capitalize when you are on top, because the Hollywood life, it can come and go very quickly for people, and they could get kicked out of Hollywood, not by their own necessarily means, and then you're like, what do I have? What else can I contribute? So I think that's why Jessica Alba and some of these people that come up with products and come up with other things that outlast their time in Hollywood.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to our YouTube page. Follow our private Facebook group, Off the Record. Give us a review. It's the best thing to do to support this podcast. Just go to the Apple Podcasts, put in Hollywood Raw, go to the bottom, put in, say a few kind words, 5 stars, and we'll read your review live on air. Follow me at Adam Glyn. Follow Dax Holt at Dax Holt. See you guys next week.
Bye.
What's up, guys? If you liked that video, there's plenty more where that came from. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell so we can just feed you all the goodness daily.
Hurry up. Come on. Let's go.